Little push right there. Being face guarded.
I was not expecting for the Indiana Fever to succumb or to get defeated by the freaking lame team Washington, D.C. Mystics. I think we can all agree that Washington, D.C. Mystics are not much of a threat to any team really in the WNBA, possibly just the Los Angeles Sparks, because the Los Angeles Sparks suck that bad. In the first quarter of this game, the DC Washington Mystics had a lead of 26 points to the Indiana Fever's 17 points. In the second quarter, DC Mystics, they scored 25 points to Fever's 20 points. In the third quarter, the Washington, D.C. Mystics scored 25 points to Fever's only 18 points. In the fourth quarter, DC Mystics scored 13 points to Fever's 29 points. They were fighting hard. You can tell, I could see the frustration and the desperation inside of the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, she literally just started like kind of losing her marbles a little bit, like in that clip that I just inserted in before this clip. You see Caitlin Clark kind of like, getting more touchy aggressiveness. She pushing up on Julie Van Loo. I seen other girls pushing each other, like the Fever and the freaking DC Mystics. They were getting really physical this game. So the game ended with the DC Mystics taking the W. They had 89 points to Fever's 84 points. They beat them by just 5 points. Again, Caitlin Clark played a really good game. She really showed up and showed out, and she actually made WNBA history because this is her stats for tonight. It should have been tonight, but today's early morning game while everybody was at work and we could barely watch the damn game because the freaking WNBA don't know how to schedule things right. Goodness. Caitlin Clark's stats. She scored 29 points, 5 rebounds, had 13 assists, and 5 steals. Again, she is the first player in WNBA history to get all these points and numbers in one game. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark. Kelsey Mitchell of Indiana Fever put up 15 points. She had 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Nalyssa Smith had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Now, speaking of Miss Nalyssa Smith, where was she in the starting position? Word on the curb on the Twitter streets is that because her performance has been lackluster, it hasn't been as good as it could be or as it should be, she no longer a starter. At least for this game, she wasn't. Because she didn't come in until sometime, it was like some minutes had passed pretty much. Like she wasn't out there on the floor in the beginning. So in the beginning, these were the starter players. You had Lexi Hall, Aaliyah Boston, Katie Lou Samuelson, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark, of course. And speaking of Katie Lou Samuelson, she's the one who kind of got into it with she got chin checked actually by Stephanie Dolson, number 31 on the Washington Mystics, I believe. I believe that's her number. She actually both of them together like this, and Katie Lou Samuelson, she just goes like that, right? And the girl Stephanie Dolson just hit her in the chin like that. She literally falls down on the ground. Okay, these girls was not playing this game. It was all or nothing. The stakes were high. Okay, people let their emotions get high in this game. The frustration, the anger, the passion, the aggressiveness, and girls were getting hands put on them. It's unfortunate if Nalyssa Smith was taken out as a starter. Hopefully she can gain that back. I like seeing her. I love Nalyssa Smith, but it's unfortunate that her and her girlfriend, DeJunae Carrington of the Connecticut Sun, they both have to take an L today when it comes to these games. Because her girlfriend, DeJunae Carrington of the Connecticut Sun, they got beat by the New York Liberty. And then today, of course, the Indiana Fever, they got defeated by the freaking Washington, D.C. Mystics, which to me is it's like that was not on my bingo card. They suck. So let's look at some stats. So the D.C. Washington Mystics, for their three-pointer stats, right? They were shooting at 35%. So they made 7 out of the 20 attempted shots, while Fever had 32%, just a little bit less, where they made 8 of the 25 shots attempted. DC had 23 assists, and Fever had 18 assists. The Mystics had a field goal of 44%, which means they made 33 out of the 75 shots they attempted. While for Indiana Fever, on the other hand, they were much, much better, of course, because they got Caitlin Clark. She was dropping points. She had 29 points. She was hitting them threes. She was not playing. It's unfortunate. It's a shame that they lost the freaking DC Mystics. I'm mad for them. Fever had a field goal percentage of 53.4%, which means they made 31 out of the 58 field goals attempted. The Washington Mystics had 31 rebounds, while Fever had 29 rebounds. It's really embarrassing how when I was watching this at work, I had to sneak around watching all these games back to back, y'all. I was still very productive. I'm in the military, so I don't play that. So, I had to multitask. But it was just so embarrassing how the freaking DC Washington Mystics, that's why I call them lame. How do you have a 22-point lead and you let them catch up to you that quickly and that largely? Come on, the Mystics suck. They suck. I was like, you know what? if the freaking Indiana Fever come back and literally destroy them, they have no one but themselves to blame. They are an embarrassing team. They are a wreck. And like, who was their coach? I think that it's a sidebar. I had Googled their coach. I forgot his name, but he's a male. And don't come for me, but I just find it interesting how the top 5 WNBA teams in the league, they're all headed by female coaches. The head coach is a woman. Isn't that something? You got New York Liberty, their coach is a woman. Connecticut Sun, head coach is a woman. Seattle Storm, head coach is a woman. Not Chicago Sky, they're not in the top 5. Sorry. Las Vegas Aces, of course, they got Becky Hammon, top head coach is a woman. Minnesota Lynx, their head coach is a woman. It's like LA Sparks, their coach is a man. The DC Mystics, like, they suck. The second quarter of this game literally ended with the DC Mystics having 51 points and Indiana Fever's just 37 points. Like, how? How is it possible that in the second quarter you're up 22 points? In the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, because again they had Caitlin Clark, she just started dropping bombs on people. Okay, she pushing Julie Van Loo. Okay, Lou Samuelson getting chin checked by freaking Stephanie Dolson on the freaking DC Washington Mystics team. Again, Caitlin was very aggressive this game. She usually has like calm, cool composure, but you can tell like it was getting to her. Like, she ain't like it, because again, this was a home game. This was in Indianapolis. They got beat by a lame team, and also at their home. I can give you an excuse. I can make excuses for you. I can see it if you're like you're at their game, you're at their home, it's an away game, right? You're in their territory. They have the home court advantage, but y'all let this happen on y'all watch. And it's like y'all just destroyed New York Liberty, who just defeated Connecticut Sun, who is #1 power ranking. See, it's like the WNBA again, like, it's so exciting because it's like, who knows what's going to happen? Expect the unexpected, because lame teams are getting beat, or I'm sorry, they're doing the beating to like really strong and good teams. It's like, what is going on with y'all? Again, I want you guys to tell me in the comments below what you guys think of tonight's game, or I'm sorry, this morning's game, rather. I wish it was tonight. Do you guys agree with Nalyssa Smith no longer being a starter? Do you guys think she'll get her position back? What do you guys think that could happen? What should Nalyssa Smith do to work on her game, right? Obviously, offense and defense, we could say drop more threes, but it's like, I don't know. I feel sorry for her. I like Nalyssa Smith, and it's just a shame that she's no longer a starter. But again, shout out to Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever. Even though they lost the game, Caitlin Clark really dropped some bombs this game. And I don't care. The Washington, D.C. Mystics suck.